last night is that they couldn't beat 49ers. It took you last night before you realized that?
No, I was just saying, listen, I was holding out hope. I'm big to bring.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Have you ever been indecisive? And I don't just mean sometimes, on occasion, every once in a while. I mean, like, someone asks you to make a decision and you're just like, you've got the wrong person. Sorry. You should probably ask Caitlin or Jeff or Bill. Oh my goodness. So some friends of mine from church surprised me by saying they wanted to take me out for lunch the week before my birthday, because some of them were going to be out of town that week and they wanted to celebrate it with me and just hang out, which is fine. But then they asked me to decide the place. And I kid you not, I took a few moments, I Googled something. We got a new Korean place in my hometown, so why not? And you know, it'd be a good test to see if it's good or not, because the last Korean place that was in my hometown was really, really good. Like, actually really, really good. And it was run by an Ajumma who retired, and we hadn't had anything all through 2021 until recently, and it looks like they've been up for like less than a year, and I'm very curious. But unfortunately, due to some conditions, we had to revise and come up with a second plan. And like, so I'm looking and I'm just like, I don't like any of these options. Like, mind you, my hometown is a college town. It's a college town. So what kind of restaurants do you expect to find in a college town? Pubs, mostly pubs, and pizza joints, like high chain pizza joints that are basically just pubs with pizza, and then more bars, and then it's like, if you had asked to meet me in the city that I'm currently living in, kid you not, I'd have like so many options, and I would not hesitate to like, okay, we can't do this, how about this? We can't do this, how about this? We can't do this, how about that? And just with my hometown specifically, like, oh dear goodness. It's just like, not about that pub life. Like, I have been to one bar in my entire life, and one of you watching this knows exactly which one that was. And I've never set foot in another bar since, and it's not because I didn't enjoy myself, but just because it's not for me. And I know it's not for me, and that's okay. It's okay. Like, I don't like the atmosphere, and I don't like how, I don't know, it just seems busy. Like, there's so much going on. And like, at a restaurant, I know there are people who are like talking and holding conversations and having like whole like family events and whatever, and like maybe kids screaming in the background, but like, that's expected, versus a pub where it's just like too emotionally charged for me. Like, the game's going and you got people jumping up and down screaming, or and just, I cannot do that. I do not have the battery capacity for pub life. I do not. So we're just gonna go to IHOP, and you know what, that's perfectly fine, because I have the IHOP app on my phone, and although I'm very upset that they took away the birthday pancakes, I am glad that I can still get something equivalent to that. They have these coin related like things that they do, and I'm sorry the audio is switching up here, hold on, but I don't know, and my eyes are not bloodshot, by the way, it's just my TV is purple and casting purple onto me, but yeah, I don't know what else we could do in my hometown. Like, I don't know. I'm not a Chili's girl. I'm not about Texas Steakhouse. Texas Steak Roadhouse? Whatever it's called. Like, I don't do like that. Like, it doesn't appeal to me. It's not interesting to me. And I'm not like a Perkins person. I'm more of just like, I want good food, but like, oh, I don't want to be rude, because it's not that they don't have tasty food, but like, I don't want it to be confused, you know? Like, what even is Chili's? It's not Tex-Mex. It's not Midwest what is Midwest called again? Like, there's an actual word for it. It's not Mid-Mex? Mid. I think it's Mid-Mex. Which, wow, with Gen Z, that already just sounds terrible. And as someone who's lived in Texas, it kind of is. I'm sorry it is. But it's true. Like, Midwest Mexican is just bad. It's just bad. But again, I spent like over 10 years in Texas, and I've had experiences with actual Mexican and Latino families, and just like, I know what good Mexican tastes like. Come for me in the comments if you want, but I'm just saying, Midwest Mex is just not good. But speaking of food fusions that surprisingly work, my mom has been recipe experimenting, and I think she found a concept and she tried to make it her own. Soul food egg rolls. Yeah, think of an egg roll, but instead of pork and cabbage and carrots, it's collard greens and dirty rice. It's actually really good. I liked it. She was asking me my opinion on what kind of sauces to put with it, and I don't know. I tasted it, and it was kind of oily, and it was kind of like, you could get the umaminess, but you couldn't really get very strongly the salty or like the acidic. Like, it needed something acidic to cut through the fat. So I was thinking maybe A1 sauce, you know, like something a little vinegary, something a little bit sharp, something to cut through it and like mellow it out. Turns out steak sauce, too powerful. Worcestershire sauce, good middle ground. And then as I'm texting someone, she texts me and she's like, oh, by the way, you were right about the Worcestershire sauce. Why'd you ask me if you didn't trust me? But I don't know. There seems to be this idea in my family that just because I don't cook regularly means I don't know how to taste for seasoning and how to make things good and to know what balance is. Like, do I know how to fix my own creation messes? No, absolutely not. But I know how to tell you what's missing from something that's good. Like, I might not know how to reduce how vinegary something is without adding sugar, which I don't want to do. But I do know when something isn't what it's supposed to do. Like my grandma was making chili once, and she was just doing it for people who were helping us move, to get them some food. She made hot dogs and chili and hot dog buns and called it a day. But she's making the chili, and she's like, oh, well, let me put 2 packets in. And she lets me taste it, and she asked me, how is it? And I'm like, you need more. And she's like, well, some people can't handle the spice. And then as she's making it and getting ready to prepare it, she tasted herself and she's like, oh, you were right. Why'd you ask? If you didn't believe me, why did you ask? But I don't know. There seems to just, I don't know. If you are the kind of person in your family and you don't do the cooking, but you know for yourself that you know how to cook, but everybody else cooks, so you just don't bother. Do other people give you a hard time too? Like they ask for your opinion, and when you give it to them, they don't believe it, and then they try it for themselves and they realize, oh, you were right. Does anybody else get tired of that? Because I get tired of that. But no, just guys, eventually I will get to getting that backspace cleaned up. I don't know. I keep procrastinating it, and I don't know why. But tomorrow I hope to do Uber Eats, get a little bit of pocket money so that I can do what I need to do for this holiday season and just for my house. And I don't know. We started off in the month very Christmassy, and now I'm just like, I probably should listen to more Christmas music. Or I should probably do something more holiday related, because I'm just not feeling it anymore. I'm just like more psyched about my birthday than Christmas. And I know that sounds bad, but at the same time, it's like, I haven't really been a Christmas person for a very long time. Like, it's not that I don't like what the holiday represents. It's just, I don't know. I feel like no other religion is more highly appropriated during this season. I'm just saying. So that's my opinion. I don't know. It bothers me sometimes to think about, I don't know, ignorance bothers me, because with knowledge is power. And there's no better power than Holy Spirit power. But I don't know. I'm probably, well, maybe. I don't know. I'll still have to figure it out. You see how my train of thought just zips. I'll probably be doing that video tomorrow, before I do my Uber Eats run. If you guys want to see what that's like, I'd be more than happy to make a video about it. It's not very interesting. It's actually quite frustrating, which is why I don't do it that often. But I don't know. I wanted to come on camera and say something, because I feel like I don't want my ADHD to win and like just get bored with vlogging. Just because I can't, I don't know. There's so much I want to talk to you about, but I want it to be structured, and I want it to be like make sense, and I want it to be clear and get my points across. And I should probably be writing them down. I don't know. But I do know one thing, that journal I showed you guys the other day, I'm super excited about what's in there. What's in there is my notes for the style analysis stuff. I am really like constantly asking my friends if they want to get a style analysis done, and some of them are interested, and so hopefully we'll see more of that, because it's so fun. It's so fun. And I'm loving learning all of these things, and I'm going to try to simplify the process, and to just like sketch and draw, and like just I'm researching so much about all the stuff that's out there, and I'm trying to get a consensus of what exactly I need to know, because there are some people who are certified, but they might have differing personal opinions about what does and doesn't look good on somebody. And I'm trying to wade through the opinions and get to the facts, because I do know on Sunday afternoon, because that's when service was over, on Sunday afternoon, I went and I hugged two of my friends, some of them I'm going to meet on during lunch, and they were just like, oh my gosh, I love that dress on you, and I love how your hair is and all of this. And I'm like, thanks. It's the style analysis. And we were just like shared a moment of like, aha. So hopefully I can encourage them to do a little bit more of like just looking into it, seeing if they're interested, seeing if they want to know. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm just digging in and loving the process. And I'm excited about it. I'm just excited about it. I'm also going to be working on some stuff for this channel. They won't come into light until January, but I figure I might as well get a head start and just start planning the things for 2024. There's going to be a lot of visual changes, I think, on this channel. I'm going to be doing so much more research into YouTubing. Like, yes, I've had all this time to look into it, but at the same time, not really, because I do have things that are happening behind the scenes that I've talked to you about a lot, and some things I haven't talked to you about at all. But yeah, I want to put more effort and more value into these videos and make it something that you and more people want to look at and watch and just hear my crazy ranting and about things that don't matter, like Barbies. Holiday Barbies, 1993 is the best. Don't fight me. 1993 Barbie is the best. And I want to just like have fun, just showing you all of my crazy and just having fun with all of the things that I enjoy. I still need to get into clay figurines, and oh my gosh, that's on my to-do list. So I do read the comments, I do answer them, and I will for sure be looking into clay figurines. It might actually be what I do while I'm editing this video. So but yeah, so from January onwards, things are going to look a little differently on this channel, and hopefully I can talk a little easier. But yeah, and I figured out what I'm going to do on my birthday. I made a whole entire list, like skating rink or photo shoot, or like have a cookie decorating party, or like a whole bunch of stuff, and they all sounded fun. And maybe in birthdays future I will try some of them. But as I was thinking, one thing came to mind, and it kind of just settled on what I'm going to be doing. So 30 was when Jesus started his ministry, and I feel like last year I spent a lot of time with the Lord before my birthday, and then I spent my whole entire birthday working on my professional portfolio and getting me in check and organized and on the same page of what I wanted to do. But this year, I think I'm just gonna spend most of the day with the Lord. And then if my friend is feeling better, and I'm hoping she does feel better, but if not, we can still do it through Zoom. I'm going to spend the afternoon, the late afternoon before evening, watching my favorite movie, which I will be talking about on this channel. I know I keep dropping, like, I am. I need to figure out what all I want to say about it, because it wasn't the best movie ever, but it was a good movie for me. And, so we're gonna watch that together. For her, it's the first time. For me, it's like I'm in double digits at this point. And then the both of us are going to go online with 2 other of my friends and play Clue. So that's pretty much all I'm gonna do for my golden birthday, which I think, it doesn't sound that exciting, but at the same time, like, I get to spend my whole entire birthday, my new year, as I fondly love calling it year after year, I get to spend my new year just hanging out with the Father and seeing where he wants to take me in 2024 and what that's gonna look like and where he wants me in relationship with him, because every single day it's growing, and every single day I'm seeing something different, like day visions that are coming out of nowhere, just revelations as I'm going through chapters, and just thinking about communication with him in completely different ways. It's fun and it's challenging, and it's challenging. Like I'm learning that I have a serious bias when it comes to pettiness, and I gotta work on that. I can't be a representative of heaven and be petty. Look, y'all can't say nothing. But yeah, so there are things he's working on with me, and there are things that he's growing me, and I'm just so excited. So I think, yeah, 30 years old, the year that Jesus started his ministry, I think I need to bunker down and just spend some time with the Lord, and then I can do the fun stuff the day before and the day after. But like for like a good 12 hours, if not 24, if I'm not constantly meditating on everything he's just feeding me throughout the day, I'm gonna spend most of it with the person that I love the most. And I think that's a good way to spend the birthday. So I'll catch you guys later. This video is it will be posted later than I usually post. And that's fine. I waited until the last minute, per usual. But I will see you guys tomorrow. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your week. And bye.